Welcome back to Gaming Teaser, where we dive deep into the world of gaming, uncovering the most amazing experiences and hidden gems that keep you glued to your screen. But today we're tackling something even more exciting: the top 10 games with the most realistic physics. Ever wondered which games make you feel like you're right in the middle of an action-packed world? Well, buckle up, because we're about to take you on a ride through the games that will make you question reality itself. Let's get started. At number 10, we have BeamNG.drive. If you're someone who loves smashing cars around just to see how they crumple in a crash, then this is the game for you. The physics engine behind BeamNG.drive is second to none when it comes to vehicle deformation. Think of it as a playground for crash test dummies. You get to experiment with real-world vehicle physics and see how each crash plays out in an almost terrifyingly real way. The detail here is mind-blowing. You can modify the vehicles, tweak the environments, and throw in some crazy stunts to see just how far the physics engine will bend. Literally. However, as realistic as it is, it can also be a bit overwhelming for new players who aren't familiar with how these engines work. But once you get the hang of it, it's pure fun. Taking the second spot is Teardown. Now this one is for all you destruction lovers out there. Imagine a world where almost everything is destructible. Walls, vehicles, buildings, nothing is safe. The voxel-based physics system in Teardown lets you cause mayhem, and it does it with a level of detail that's hard to beat. What makes this game so special is not just the fun of blowing things up, but the physics of it. The way objects collapse, shift, and break apart is absolutely stunning. It's like a puzzle game, but instead of solving riddles, you're blowing stuff up to solve problems. On the downside, the game's sandbox mode can feel a bit repetitive after a while, but it's the kind of fun that keeps drawing you back in. Coming in at number 8 is Half-Life: Alyx. This VR game takes the physics of the Half-Life series to a whole new level. Using your VR hands, you can grab objects, toss them, throw them into hazards, or even manipulate environmental puzzles in a truly hands-on way. The game's physics are not just eye candy. They're crucial to how you interact with the environment. Need to pick up a fire extinguisher to put out a fire? It's all about the physics. Want to toss an explosive barrel to distract an enemy? The game gives you that freedom. But of course, VR gaming isn't for everyone. And if you're not familiar with VR, or if you don't have a powerful enough PC to run it, you might run into some frustrating issues with performance. Number 7 is The Last of Us Part 2. Now this game has some of the most refined character animations and environmental physics you'll see in a story-driven game. From the way Ellie crouches to how objects behave when they're thrown, every interaction feels so incredibly grounded in reality. What's even better is that the game doesn't just focus on visual realism. The physics drive the gameplay. For instance, during combat, the way a bullet impacts an enemy or how a character's weight shifts when they crouch adds so much depth to the overall experience. But there's a downside. Some players felt that the pacing of the story and the intense emotional moments sometimes distracted from the gameplay itself, which may be a turn-off for those looking for constant action. Next up, at number 6, we have Red Dead Redemption 2. This open-world masterpiece from Rockstar doesn't just feature realistic environments. It's got a physics system that keeps you immersed at every turn. The way animals move through the wild, how your horse reacts when you speed through the terrain, and even how water ripples as you cross it. It all feels incredibly lifelike. What stands out, though, is the environmental interaction. You can shoot your way through a saloon and watch debris fly, or cause chaos in a town and see the effects ripple throughout the world. The downside? The game's vast size and attention to detail can feel overwhelming at times, especially when you're just trying to get to the next objective. Before we dive into the next game, take a moment and hit that like button if you're enjoying this list. And if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to join the Gaming Teaser family. We're just getting started with these insane physics games. Taking the 5th spot is Microsoft Flight Simulator. This one might not come as a surprise, but it definitely deserves its place here. The level of detail and the physics of the planes, weather, and even turbulence makes this one of the most immersive experiences you can have in gaming. Want to fly from New York to Tokyo? You can. And as you do, you'll encounter the changing winds, rain, and even lightning that affect your plane's trajectory. The realism is uncanny, and it uses real-world satellite data to create realistic landscapes. But it does have a learning curve, and if you're not familiar with the ins and outs of flying, this game might take a while to get into. Coming in at number 4 is SnowRunner. If you've ever wanted to experience the raw challenge of off-road driving, this game is as close as it gets. The physics in SnowRunner are brutally realistic. You'll feel the weight of your truck as it struggles through deep mud, icy roads, and raging rivers. What makes this game stand out is how terrain deformation and weather conditions actually affect your driving. You need to consider weight distribution, tire grip, and even fuel consumption if you want to succeed. But be warned, this game is not for the impatient. The slow, methodical driving can be frustrating for players looking for fast-paced action, but for those who love realistic simulation, it's an absolute gem. Number 3 is The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. When it comes to realism in an open-world game, Breath of the Wild knocks it out of the park. The physics engine is so robust you can use the wind to set things on fire, cause rocks to tumble down hills, or even manipulate objects to solve environmental puzzles. The best part? The interaction between elements like fire, water, and electricity is dynamic and realistic. But as much as we love the physics, the game can sometimes feel a bit too forgiving, allowing players to cheese their way through puzzles without really thinking about the physics behind it. At number 2, we have Grand Theft Auto V. When you think of physics in a game, GTA 5 is likely one of the first games that come to mind. From the way cars handle to how the environment reacts to explosions, GTA 5 gives you a chaotic world where physics plays a huge role. But what really takes the cake is how every crash, gunfight, or chase plays out. The destruction, the damage models, and the way objects react to gunfire make this game one of the most interactive experiences out there. But like Red Dead Redemption 2, the sheer scale of the game can sometimes make it hard to focus on just one aspect. And finally, at number 1, we have Battlefield 5. This game not only features dynamic and destructible environments, but the physics of bullets, explosions, and movement are finely tuned to create an experience that's as close to war as a video game can get. The way walls crumble, buildings collapse, and the terrain shifts under gunfire make the game feel alive, and the impact of every shot is felt, whether you're shooting through a window or hitting a target from a distance. But with all the intense realism comes a steep learning curve for new players, especially in terms of mastering the controls and mechanics. So, there you have it. The top 10 games with the most realistic physics that will completely change how you view virtual worlds. Which one are you most excited to try? Or maybe you've played them all already. Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the gaming world. Keep on gaming, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay awesome, Gaming Teasers.